Hey, well, we're here again, Jill.
We are here again.
Episode 7. We're excited about today's episode because we just came back from about 10 days of activities and opportunities and just basic fun. And when we're able to chill, like your shirt says today, then we're able to chill. So maybe we just start off like we normally do with Jill having just maybe some thoughts that she wants to cover, and we'll see where it builds from there.
Let's see, what are some thoughts I'd like to cover? Well, just had a fabulous weekend here at home, a staycation, which we do quite a bit of staycationing.
Well, we do staycations quite a bit, but why do you think we started doing them, and why do you think we still do them?
Well, I think we started because we were doing like a rate and rank of the best hotels in the city of Chicago.
And I think we were doing those during COVID.
Well,
when we found a way to get out of the house.
Right, when they let us out of the house because we couldn't fly, so we were able to get into hotels here. So that's pretty much how it started. That's how I remember it too. So I guess, yeah, that is what we did.
And we just had fun with it.
Yeah, so we stayed at this time at the Waldorf Astoria, which is just lovely, the nicest people. Beautiful room with a fireplace and a view, and it was really pretty spectacular. I was able to meet a couple of your friends from your strategic coaching group.
Right.
And that was great.
And we'll talk about that in a little bit, the coaching group, and why be in a coaching group, but we can.
And weather was pretty good for February. So, you know, because I remember most birthdays are typically snowy, cold. My 21st birthday, I really remember, because we had a snowstorm. But I'm a little past 21, and like, I think I'm almost, not 3 times past, but 21 plus 21 plus 21. No, whatever. My math is not good. But it was a good one, and the weather was decent.
It was good. We had a lot of fun. And I would say that staycations are good because you could even celebrate in the city. It's like getting away, and you have your nice dinner.
Right. But we had just been away, right? We were just away. We just came back Tuesday.
Right.
So it was nice to be in town and celebrate together and just have a nice time.
And then, like, when you do go downtown and you stay out and you have fun and socialize and drink and party, you don't have to worry about getting home. Right. You know, you could just kind of go when you're tapped out to your room and be able to just go to sleep and enjoy. That's right.
Right.
In just a beautiful hotel. So one of my recommendations throughout my life has been to live abundant and to be able, there's a new book I just started reading, which people recommend highly, Die with Zero.
Die with zero.
And
well, I'm going to say there are 6 people in our life that don't want us to die with zero.
That's true. But the book, I'm only on chapter 5, but I think the book is talking metaphorically that you die with zero, and that when you feel it's appropriate or in your budget, you get to do the things that are about experiences.
That we worked hard for, let's face it. I mean, I know I have.
Actually, in chapter 3 of the book, it talks about the fact that experiences you can look forward to is what creates happiness, along with community, people, and the ability to be able to engage.
True.
And so this is happy for me in that you and I get to sit here for about 30 minutes and engage and dialogue about what makes us happy or not happy and how to move forward.
Right. Trying
to continue and maintain a level of peace and tranquility while being happy.
I'll drink to that.
So we did have a good weekend. We actually had a good week. So I already forget where we came back from. Where did we go?
We had a conference where you are actually invited guest.
Well thought of at the conference. And so at the conference.
So we're at the conference. We started in Marco Island. Weather was beautiful except for the really weird final night of the event when it was like a scary movie and the fog rolled in. And it rolled in around like 1:30 in the afternoon, and it just stayed the entire day and evening, so that was pretty crazy.
Right.
And then from there we drove to, we went to Naples in between, and we actually loved that.
Well, we did love
really
Naples.
Done that exploring.
And when we do talk about conference, we talk about the fact that we're auctioneers, and we do some philanthropy, and we do other things. So we were out there as part of our
philanthropy world.
That's right.
Correct.
And auctioneer world, and helping nonprofits raise money and become better at that. So we're out there, and it's like the last night festivities where there's a band, and the fog. What would they call that?
Fog.
fog was so thick you couldn't see 5 feet in front of you. And so it was really fascinating to be able to see that.
Yeah.
And to be able to experience it. But while we were there in the Florida area, I was able to buy a jacket that I was able to wear that night unexpectedly.
Right.
Which is something I don't think I've ever seen before.
All right, it's called python, as in a python snake.
I understand that, but I've seen the belts that are python, I've seen boots that are python, or alligator, or exotic. I've never actually seen it in the way of a jacket.
Okay. Well, your world is just expanding abundantly.
Right, so I got this python jacket that when you see it one day in my pictures or in my skits, you'll go, wow, that's a python jacket.
That was made for you.
And it was made for me.
It was like a must.
And what's interesting is it actually fit to the right length of my arm. Most things do not do that.
Because you really have a thing about that. Like your sleeves must hit exactly.
I am OCD.
And yeah, you're a little OCD on that.
About
Whereas I can
things.
roll a sleeve or hike it up. You want it to hit exact.
Well, let's put in the comments. The other thing I know I'm OCD about is when I'm listening to music, I like the number to be on an even number.
Oh, for the volume.
As well as if the temperature in the house is at an odd number, I like it to be an even number.
So I
like
can't have
even
it at
numbers.
71 degrees? We
No,
have to be at
it's
70 or 72?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'll keep that in mind.
As well as when I listen to radio, I like the volume to be an even number, and
Wow.
the TV.
You know, I think I did know that, and it's a little
I don't
peculiar.
talk about it.
It's a little peculiar.
I don't talk about it. It's peculiar, and
But maybe it's how
something,
your brain functions best.
My brain functions in even numbers, and the odd numbers that I allow are 15 and 25.
Okay. What, should I ask you why?
No,
Okay.
that would need a therapist to answer why, but I do know that I accept those two numbers and I'm okay with that.
All right, so while we were in Marco, we had like a day before event started. So that's when we drove to Naples, and we sort of did, it felt a little bit like a talk show where you and I were the co-hosts of the talk show, because we did get our drink on, it was happy hour.
Yes.
And group number one sat down. They were husband, wife, and I believe it was his sister and her husband.
Yes,
And they were renting an Airbnb.
correct.
Lovely group from Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the gentleman who was in charge reminded me of the singer who we all know.
But you don't remember.
Criss Cross.
Criss Cross, Sailing Away.
Yes, he looked like Criss Cross,
Okay.
but it wasn't him.
Or maybe it's Sailing. I don't think it's Sailing Away. Sailing.
But you ever look at someone and they go, wow, they look like someone that you
Yes.
know?
Like people do that too.
And he
They
dressed
say
like
Vince
Criss
Vaughn.
Cross, yeah.
I don't know
Like
about
Vince
all
Vaughn,
that.
I don't know.
So that was group number one. Nice people.
Yes.
You know, I love them. I'm a huge fan of Canada. Then group number two was a husband and wife from New Jersey. And what I thought was really awesome, she is a very accomplished artist.
Right.
And her artwork, was it not amazing?
So she was able to show us what she did on her Instagram, and it was just amazing. And there's a lot of artists out there that have beautiful artistry. As an example on the TV, don't look, but behind you is beautiful trees and landscape. And there's people watching the video that could draw that
Right.
using pencils
You and I
or colors. We
cannot.
don't have that.
No, we
So
don't.
we were thoroughly engaged
Right.
and
Very interesting.
and like very pleased and impressed
Right.
with what she was
And they
showing
were lovely
us.
people. I really
Lovely.
enjoyed talking to
Now
them.
he was an attorney.
Yes.
And he was lovely.
Yes.
And he was extremely bright because he told us. But you couldn't tell from the work because he had nothing to show us. There was no Instagram pictures or anything
No.
like that.
I don't
But
think
I
an attorney
definitely
has that.
enjoyed our interaction
Yeah,
with
that was
them
great.
as a couple.
So then couple number two got up, and then our final group, group three, was the father and son from Connecticut.
Who travel together because they do what you call father and son trips.
Right. And they were really cool. I really, three very different groups, and just a really great interaction we had with all three.
Yes.
And that was like our talk show for whatever Tuesday afternoon talk show.
Now, I don't know if you've ever done this, but you go to a bar, it's happy hour, you have fun, you engage, you relax, you drink, you talk, you smile, you do whatever it is that you do. But we actually canceled dinner plans because we felt that we also had some appetizers that filled us up.
Right. So we didn't need to eat anymore.
We felt like we were saturated,
No,
like full.
Satiated.
Satiated.
Not saturated.
Okay, and full.
Well, same.
So wait, what do we do? So then it was about what, 7 o'clock?
Ish.
And then we went back.
went to the Hat and Eyeglass store.
Oh, we
Oh.
did. We went to the hat and eyeglass store, and if you look on our Instagram page, they were very pleased with us because we got a hat and eyeglasses,
Well, sunglasses.
sunglasses. I did not,
I did.
but Jill did, and
Right.
she looked really great in them.
Thank you.
And,
I really like them.
A
The hat
lot.
was a hit.
The hat
was
is a
like,
hit.
Oh, wow. I
A
really love
custom
that
made,
hat.
nice
Yeah,
hat.
in Columbia. I
Yeah.
love it. So then from there, so it was Marco Island. Then we left. We went up to Fort Myers. A little different than the Marco Island area.
comedians say it's very different.
Yes, I would say as not a comedian, it was very different, but it was still cool. From there, we went to Sanibel Island, where I had not been for 45 years.
Now, on the way, we stopped at Publix and got
Oh.
an Italian sub that we highly
The
recommend.
pub sub from Publix. That was our Valentine's lunch.
It was incredible.
Thank
Now,
you,
I will
Sherry.
say
Thank you,
that
Sherry.
today Jill brought me a special lunch from Mike's,
Jersey Mike's.
and I would say that is very good too. So, Jersey Mike's, a shout out to you.
I love Jersey Mike's. I love their philanthropy. I love how the owner interacts. I think it's a great company, and the youngest son turned me onto it years and years ago.
And why
So
did you
I'm a
go there
fan.
today to Jersey Mike's?
All right, because when it is your birthday month, if you are signed up at different places, they just start sending you different things, like come in for a free sandwich, come in for, this or that. And Jersey Mike's had a free sandwich for me.
So, Jill,
I
if you
bought
don't know
one.
this about Jill, like I have the thing with the radio and the number, Jill actually collects free birthday lists, and it's like a field trip. She'll spend a day going and getting the freebies, and trying to buy something at the stores because you're getting the free something.
Well, the thing is, I don't really have to try, because whatever I'm getting, I have to get something else.
Yeah.
So I do. So it's actually a
So-
win for them, but then I feel like it's a nice, recognition of my patronage.
Yes. So,
of their
by the
store.
way, this is the highlight. Jill's going to get excited because the minute we got out of the Uber at Fifth Avenue in Naples, there was a meditation store,
The best. That was the best.
and so
Urban meditation.
So a big shout out to them. What do they have, and why do you think that it was such a great experience?
They have something called a lava bed, which was incredible. We were lying on that for, I think it was at least 40 minutes. I think she told us it was 30, but I believe we were there for at least 40. And it obviously worked for you, because even with my headphones on, as I listened to the meditation and I was really into it, I was hearing this noise when the voices stopped, as if someone next to me was snoring.
Do
Do you
she said I
wonder
fell
who
asleep.
that could be?
Well, look, it was me because
It
you
was
said it
you.
was me, but I don't remember sleeping at all during the meditation. But
you slept and you snored.
but it's a heated lava bed
like hard as this, but somehow it was comfortable.
with crystals around you and all of that.
Crystal on your chakras.
And so
Yeah.
we did leave, and we got some oils and meditation things and different things. And to go along with that, I've been carrying something called the I Connect for a very long time. And this is all the chakras inside this little coin here. And I was just in the strategic coach with Lee Brower, my coach, and he takes out of his pocket a crystal or a stone that he's been carrying with him for 25 plus years, which is his grateful coin and his appreciation coin. And when he touches it or holds it or he has it,
To
he
remind him.
stops to be able to say the things that he's grateful for and why his life is so blessed and what's important to him.
And it doesn't have to be a special crystal. It could be just a soft pebble. It could be really anything. I wish people
Yeah.
would stop more often and remind themselves what they have gratitude for. Maybe the world would be a less crazy place. What do you
Right.
think?
I do. I think a lot about that. And so anyway, I carry this, and it's nice, and it's something that I've had with me for years. It's got good energy.
I have
and,
mine too.
grateful for you, grateful for the podcast, grateful for all the things that we're doing that create positive experience.
Right?
So
So we went to Fort Myers, Sanibel, Captiva, and we had our last dinner at a place we kept passing on the way to the hotel we were staying at Sanibel Harbor.
oh my gosh,
The
a place?
Is it Bimini Bait Shop? Is
It's
that what it's
Bimini
called?
Bait Shop. So
Which
when
I
you drive
thought was a
by
place
it,
you
the
go
first
fishing, right? But it's
2
not.
days you get your bait there.
But the
you
place
don't.
is packed, lunch and dinner.
So for dinner, we go there, and it was the greatest experience. So if you're ever out there, you've been there, leave it in the comments. They have incredible music in the background.
Yes.
They have incredible food.
Yes.
Everything is like half the price of Chicagoland.
Or any big city land.
And you know what happens when it's half the price of Chicagoland?
Or when it's half the price.
You order more.
Yes.
And then you eat more.
Yeah.
And then
you drink more.
don't sleep well.
Right.
But we had a lot of fun while we were experiencing the low price and the good food.
But the food was still really good.
It was
Because sometimes when it's low price, the quality goes down.
Bimini Bait Shop.
Bimini Bait Shop. Crab legs. You had some kind of steak.
I did.
What did I have? Did I have a salad?
Whatever you had, it was good.
I don't remember, but it was good.
Yeah. So that was nice. And then we came home knowing and looking forward to your birthday staycation. So we went to dinner with your family, and then we go downtown. And through the coaching program, and then I have a friend now, Steve and Beverly, who met us in the city after we had our dinner. And we just had a really nice interaction. And I think the bottom line is a lot of people don't go out and do the things even if they could afford it, because it doesn't have to be that you're at the hotel or the Waldorf.
No.
You could stay at any hotel or camping. I mean, the bottom line is camping might not be for you, but the bottom line is to be able to do things and to have experiences like staying at the Bean Bar overnight, you know, and videotaping experiences there,
right,
as Constantine did or Giancarlo. But the bottom line is to just do things that could create fun. We're really shooting for, I think, as we do this, to get you out of your comfort zone, to help you start thinking more about philanthropy, to start being able to share the opportunities that you could help other people. As a matter of fact, I got a phone call from a friend of mine who's like, hey, I'm having some stuff going on right now. I'd love to be able to sit down with you and maybe talk out some of the different things that are going on in my life and say, maybe you could help me with choices that I could make because I trust your judgment. And I'm always open to that people call me to want to be able to talk about what's going on for them, right? Whether it's opportunities or sales or needing work or
just needing
anything.
someone to talk to. I think you're really a phenomenal person when it comes to that. Someone calls, they pick up the phone, they call you, and you always seem to make time and listen to whatever's going on in somebody's world. And that's an important thing because, as we know, there's unfortunately people in this world that feel they have no one to talk to, and they feel very alone or very isolated. And that's really, it's tragic that anyone should feel that way, because hopefully out there's a person for everybody that they can talk to and share with.
Right.
I also like that when people share with you, their news isn't blasted out all over the world. You keep things personal and confidential.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. And I think that's another thing that has brought us together, because I also have people like that. Strangely enough, in Naples, my experience at that fabulous off the main drag boutique, Rose, wow.
Right.
Loved it there.
Yeah.
That lady who shares a name with our great niece, before I left, she asked, to hug me, and she held on to me for so long. I didn't think I was leaving, but I could really feel she needed something at that moment, and she whispered something to me, which, as much as it meant to her, it meant more so to me, that I could be there for somebody that was a stranger when I walked in, but felt like a friend when I left. So, a great boutique, and they're blessed to have this wonderful woman that's working there.
I would agree with you, and sometimes the owners appreciate the grateful people that are there to work and be there for them. Sometimes they don't. So in this case, they were there. They're really grateful. They were really nice. It was a beautiful boutique, and you and her hit it off really well, and you were able to make that connection.
Right.
And I think for those that watch this podcast, it's about making a connection with us and knowing that we're a safe place to be able to reach out to or to talk or to want to be able to help or leave in the comments, you know, what this does for you. Because at the end of the day, we're talking more and more about our life and opening up and sharing experiences that for many years you keep private because you don't have a forum like this to be able to share. But the other side of it is how, when we go through life, we're able to share our experiences with other people.
Well, you just reminded me now, yesterday morning, you were on the phone booking not our next, but a couple vacations down.
To visit your son.
Yeah, for his 25th birthday. And the lady that was doing the reservation at the fabulous Broadmoor in Colorado Springs,
which is highly recommended by everybody who's ever stayed there.
Yes. She couldn't wait to listen to our podcast.
Right.
right?
She's a big podcast listener.
Just the way that you were interacting with her made her really go above and beyond for us and make room, because what we had found is that every time we went online to make reservation there, we weren't able to get a reservation. It was
Right.
always sold out. So this time he said, I'm calling,
Right.
and room found, and lovely, lovely gal that helped you. And it was great interacting with her. So even when we're on the phone with somebody, we're still making connection. And again, if that makes a difference in somebody's world for that day, then that's truly giving gifts out, right, to people.
I think so. I think it's really important to be able to help create smiles and opportunities for other people through whatever mechanisms that we could do that.
Right.
Right. So as an example now, for everyone, it's tax time. And when you're watching this podcast, it's you got to get your taxes done, and there's stress around taxes, and what are you going to do with your taxes? And I'm here to be able to share with you that you just take the time, you dig in, you allocate some time, and you do your taxes, and you get it done. And if you don't have an accountant or someone that could help you do that, you find someone that can, because today accountants are really, there's not enough of them. They're overworked, they're stressed out. There's some that are out there that still have the time to be able to help you. And plus, for people that just have a W-2, I guess that you could just do TurboTax. But like as an example, I had my accountant here today for a while, and it was just, again, it's a great feeling because I'm dealing with just people that are so nice and want to be able to help and make sure that my taxes get done in a timely manner.
Right. And done correctly.
Correct, yeah.
Because we don't need any problems, issues,
we don't need any problems or
annoyances,
issues
right?
there, right.
But when you do things right, that's how things roll.
Now,
So.
when I was at the Strategic Coach, we talked about what makes a day a great day. And I had talked about the fact that as of 4 weeks ago or so, we started doing more stretching and yoga. And I believe that as we do that 3 or 4 days a week to start our day, that helps create a better balanced day. And on top of the yoga that we're doing 3 or 4 times a week, we're now committing to try to do hot yoga or Pilates.
Well, not trying, we actually are.
Twice a week. And we did a class last night. And it's for anyone that can do these classes, it's a great detox, it's great for stretching.
Game changer.
And as I get older myself, I think it's really important that from anyone we talk to, right, that we need to be able to stretch more, we need to be able to move our body, be able to turn our necks, balance, all of that. I would encourage all of you that it's not just about being able to run, but it's also about being able to stretch and to be able to use your body in functional ways, not just being able to do a bench press.
Right. Well, one thing about aging, and we're experiencing it, right, with elderly parents, is that balance starts to go. So I don't know if running is the key to keeping your balance, but I will say that yoga is for sure. And even this morning when I was doing a yoga class with you, I was seeing how your balance has improved, that you can stand on one foot. And then yesterday before we left, our instructor said, I guess you guys were talking before I left the room, and he said, while you're brushing your teeth, stand on one leg.
That's
to
right.
help you with your balance, which was a great idea because you're brushing your teeth for at least 2 minutes, and standing on one foot, 30 seconds, or do 60 seconds on each one.
Right.
Is a great exercise.
And time
it's such a
just
small
flies.
thing to do in your 24 hours of day,
Right.
but it's so funny because we make excuses for, I don't have time, which is why I make the time to do my morning meditation, 10 to 12 minutes, which is such a small, tiny part of a day, but yet there are days that I feel stressed, and she speaks about that as we're doing meditation. How come we can't find time in all these hours of a day to find 12 minutes to carve out for self-care? Because if we don't self-care first, we can't care for anybody else.
No.
It's not about selfish, it's self-care, and then you can help others.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think that people need to go out and start looking for those people and groups and places that you could do this. There's also apps out there that allow for this, right?
Oh, yeah.
So one of the apps that I'm really enjoying right now is the Bend app, which gives you a 15-minute full body stretch that I'm able to do now intermittently. And I'm also liking the idea that we have apps that are encouraging us to sign up for our classes and that make it really easy to participate in what we do. So what are a couple of apps that you highlight? I know the Calm app is something
Calm app I love, and now I have Headspace, which actually we could all use through our new this year health insurance. Headspace is a great one. It gives you prompts. It gives you different ways that you can bring gratitude into your day. Let go of things that are not serving you, bring in things that do fill you up and give you abundance. The other apps I use are Fit On. Love Fit On.
Oh, I've become a fan of Fit On,
Fit On.
actually, because as part of our yoga 30 minutes, now we'll do 1 or 2 classes where we're using the weights.
Right.
And when you're doing the home, you could use 5, 10, or 15-pound barbells, little dumbbells,
little hand weights.
And wow, does that just give you a full body or full upper body workout.
Blazing arms, guns of steel or whatever he calls it, 10 minutes straight of weights.
That's right.
It's not easy, is it?
No, I mean, like as an example, if you're watching, go ahead and put your arms out here.
Right.
And I bet you could do this for 15 seconds, 20 seconds.
And you start to get tired.
But try to do this for 2 minutes or 3 minutes.
Try it with weights in your arms.
So the idea is those weights do add up, and Fit On has a really nice program.
Love it.
As well as like 10 other ones like that.
But that's the one that I've really been consistent with is Fit On. I love Fit On. Mm-hmm. I love their coaches.
Yeah, the other one was Bend.
Right.
So, we talked about the fact that I'm part of Coach, and Jill's like, well, why are you in Coach, and what do you do, and what do you get out of it? I would talk to you about the fact that it brings community. So for anyone watching, if you want to help yourself get better at anything, whether it's personal or business relationship-wise, find somebody that shows up in your life where you're like, you know what? I'd like an accountability coach. I would like a coach who could help me. I'm a coach, but I actually like being coached or part of groups where I could help other people get where they want to go, because it's kind of like we do it as a group. We're not out there achieving goals ourselves. It's more fun when you could achieve goals as with your peers and with people that you enjoy spending time with.
Well, I'll tell you, one thing that I used to talk about a lot when I was at work, diversity was always a big topic. Diversity, because I went into a predominantly male company, and as females started to come in and other minorities started to come into the business, a lot of the theme was, diversity and how is it different. And, maybe when I was younger, I didn't quite get it. I get it today, that different opinions from different people, different parts of the world, different cultures, different ethnic, different, not just men, women, different. People have different opinions, that your opinion might not always be the best one. Your way may not always be the best one, but your opinion or way, combination with somebody else's, could be the perfect medicine for whatever it is we're fixing, or whatever it is we need to do. So I think part of your coaching and part of your draw to the coaching, strategic coach, is being around this really diverse group of people, but there's a commonality that you share. That's how you picked your group.
Right.
But you're still all different backgrounds, come from different places.
So going along with that, one of the things that we talked about is in this coach, it's like how to 10x your life, and there's 32 on the list that they give us as prompts. So how do you 10x, or how do you improve your life? So let's say that your family is a 2 or a 3 out of 10, that you're just not getting along with everyone, and your goal is to really have perfect days. How do you 10x it? What does it take for it to go from a 2 to a 10? Hold on, and what does it take from it to go from a 2 to a 10, and then be able to double, and then double again, and then double again? You could 10x your business. You could 10x your vacations. You could 10x your sleep. You could 10x your walks. You could 10x your workouts. And when we say 10x, it's multiply. Like it's just getting better one day at a time. So what I'm trying to do is just focus on a few things that can compound over time, that allow me to have better days continuously, no matter what's going on and the things that aren't working. So I will look personally at things that aren't working and say, I'm going to focus on that and see if I can't just get it to be better and grow and compound, so that it's where I choose for it to be, right? So my world is not when I talk about business, it's any business. Let's say the auctioneer business. If I do 5 auctions or 10 auctions a year, I might want to do 20 or 30. Or if I do 20 or 30, how do I help the charity 10x how much money we raise for them?
Right.
So it's that type of thinking, which I'm really starting to enjoy and really starting to think about more for me.
Makes sense. It really does. We become very complacent, right? Very comfortable in a place. So why not come out of the comfort zone? You know, and it doesn't have to be 10 right out of the box.
No.
Small increments,
That's
right?
right.
Some people can't go 1 to 10.
No.
Or 0 to 10.
It could even be just 1%, so just 1% more. Or, as Novak Djokovic said, I get into bad moods or depression or have issues or frustrated. He goes, but from a very young age, I've trained myself to come out of it quicker. So therefore, when I'm playing in a tennis match, he says, I'm able to, like by the time I'm starting the next point, I already forgot the last point because I've trained myself to be able to do that.
Be in the moment.
So I'm trying to also be the mind space that I'm going to train the brain to be able to do more, to be able to achieve more, so that at the end of the day, when I say achieve more, there's a higher level of happiness and being content with what I have going on.
Right. It makes sense.
So that's where we're at.
Okay.
So is there any other thing you want to run by? Or,
No, I think we've covered a lot today.
we have covered a lot. So on that note, high five.
High five.
Peace out. Chill out.
Chill out.
And we'll see you again next week. Take care.
Okay.